I work at a storytelling startup called Intersect. I've been there for almost a year, and the idea of Intersect is it helps people connect through experiences they share in time and place from throughout their lives. So if you share a key moment that happened to you in like a New York City restaurant on a certain day in 1993, someone else shares a moment near that same time and place will connect you. So it's a way to kind of see who has intersected with you, see what your path is. Yeah, well, we decided to focus, instead of on higher education, on high school students, middle school students, the younger set, with this idea that if journalists and people interested in civic engagement can really focus on the fact that if you cultivate that habit in people really young, you can end up with a much more engaged society. So we're thinking about how do you bring in curriculums, how do you bring in activities that where students are, not just for a class assignment to just go and do something and not care, but like really try to make them care, really try to, whatever they do, have it be something that actually adds real value to their community, not just, so that more than just their teacher is listening. That's one of the things we're talking about. And there's various other aspects to that. We're thinking about how does that actually become sustainable? You may want to bring in educators, you may want to bring in universities, you may want to bring in media organizations, but does somebody really need to own it for it to really endure? And will it be just a project? Can high schools actually work together on the same thing so it's more of a community thing? Can a library be a hub for all of this to happen? So I think they're really important and interesting questions, and the more that we talk about it, the more important I realize it is. And I'll admit that when I kind of sat down and looked at the night recommendations, the education one was one of the less interesting ones to me. And actually, as we talk about it, I'm like, wait a minute, this is actually the most important one. I didn't even realize, this is critical stuff. We don't think enough about, you gotta get that generation, every generation, to get more and more into this. And so,
and even non-journalism folks.
Oh, especially non-journalism folks, especially because we're in an era where journalism, I think somebody said, and this was quoted downstairs, journalism is a means to an end. It's not, this exclusive profession. It should be something everybody can do and everybody should do when the need arises. So for people to be able to recognize from an early age when that need arises, the service they can do for their community by sharing information, and for them to know where they can share it and what good it can do from an early age, journalism should not be for journalists. It should be for everyone.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
Bye.